I'll go ahead and get started. First off, just want to say thank you guys for coming out and helping me with this presentation. It helps me out a lot that you guys took time off your busy schedule to participate in this small presentation. Also, thank you guys for moving it up and working with my schedule. So, special thanks to y'all. Before we start, just want to go ahead and let you guys introduce yourselves. Just maybe a few things. Just go ahead and let us know your name, how old you are, and if you've ever had a pet or a dog. You want to go ahead and start, Daniel?
Yeah, do I gotta face the camera? Or?
No, it's okay. She just needs to see the presentation.
My name is Daniel, and I had a dog when I was a little kid.
Okay.
Maybe like 5. My family had like 5 dogs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah. Okay, Mia, what about you?
Hi, my name is Mia Chujor. I'm 24, and I currently have 3 dogs.
Okay, great. So you guys, cool, awesome. So you guys have a lot of experience with dogs. You guys have raised dogs, I'm sure. So that's pretty much what this presentation is about. So I want to go ahead and get into it, and it's called The Advantages of Bil-Jac. Okay, so why did I change my dog's diet? And it was for 2 simple reasons. My dog wasn't excited to eat, and she wasn't eating. I have a terrier type dog, and they're only 15 to 20 pounds, so it's very important that they're eating every day, usually twice a day. 3 times is a little bit too much. So I've raised this dog since she was a puppy, so whenever she stopped eating, because we had her on a generic brand, I was concerned. I didn't know what to do. Soon after that, she was more prone to getting fleas and more diseases, and she actually did get fleas. So it took us some time to get her back healthy, but now she is, and it's all thanks to this amazing brand named Bil-Jac. And I just want to keep going over a few slides with you guys. And just like I said, my dog was not eating. She would maybe eat a few chunks of her food throughout the day. Only 1 bowl. She was only maybe 12 pounds at the time when she should be between 15 to 14 pounds. And it was really concerning because, for health reasons. So just like I said, my dog wasn't excited to eat. I want to go ahead and show you guys a video kind of explaining this phenomenon of Bil-Jac. You'll see 2 bowls. One will be the Bil-Jac bowl, one will be just another generic brand, and you'll see how the dog responds to it. Just give me 1 second. Let me go ahead and go to the link here. So there you can see the dog is eating the Bil-Jac product. There's another bowl with the generic brand. I couldn't actually give you the placement of where the bowls would be because the camera switches. But yeah, just like you can see here. There we go. Get off of here. Alright, so like I was saying before the video, I had to figure out why my dog wasn't reacting to that Bil-Jac product as we've seen in the video. Nobody wants their dog to be hungry or unhealthy. Everybody wants their dog to live for a really long time. So that's when I started to research, really take her nutrition serious. Actually just had a dog in our family get diabetes from eating table food. So you never want to do that. You always want to be conscious of what your dog's eating, what they're consuming, the water they're drinking, make sure they have clean water, etc. So just like I said, that's when I discovered Bil-Jac. Let me go ahead and show you guys the bag. I know Mia can't see it, but I will describe it. They've been in business for about 65 years. What they do is they use real chicken in their food. A lot of the generic food brands, they don't use real chicken, and that's why a lot of dogs have stomach problems, stomach aches. You can definitely see it in their feces. If it's very wet and it's slimy, you know that your dog's not eating the right thing. As soon as I got my dog on Bil-Jac, she didn't have problems using the bathroom. Everything was fine with her. She would use the bathroom like clockwork. When she wasn't on it, she would have problems. You know, she would go inside the house. She really couldn't control her bowel movements. So this does more than just provide some nutrients. It helps them with their digestive system as well. And just like I said, we want our dogs to live for a long time, 15 plus years. We want to make sure that they're getting their right heart medicine, make sure they're getting their shots, and also you want to make sure that they're eating the right food at all times. It's a very important thing. I would recommend going to pet-specific stores like PetSmart, Petco, to get those real premium brands of dog food. You won't be able to find it at Walmart or the Dollar General or any of those places. So you have to identify the eating problems early and find a solution. Like I said earlier, some of the best protein sources for dogs include real meat such as chicken, fish, turkey, venison, beef, and liver. Real meat is a superior form of protein because it is easily digested by dogs, which means more of the protein is actually digested. So yes, you can give your dog real protein and chicken, but the problem is humans, we use seasoning and flavors, and that's not good for the dog. What you want to do is get a dog food brand that actually has those proteins and real chicken and turkey and all of these real products already in them, but are specifically for dogs. So you want to avoid cheap brands at all time, like Kibbles and Bits, Beneful, Pedigree. You may see those in commercials, but you want to do your research and really know what you're giving your dog. Also with wet foods as well, you got to kind of think of it as a situation. What would I eat if I was a dog? So whenever you're preparing your dog's meal, you want to do it as if you were going to eat this meal, sort of thing. So also look at the nutrition label. At least 10% of the daily diet by weight should be protein and 5.5 should be fat, according to the National Research Council, a scientific research unit of the nonprofit National Academies. Dog foods typically contain higher amounts than those because dogs may not be able to digest all of the nutrients in the food. So just like I said, always make sure that you're looking at the nutritional label, making sure that you're looking at the fats, the proteins, making sure you're paying attention to your dog's weight at all times. There's a specific weight for each dog that they should be in.
Should I save my questions for the end? Or
yeah, just go ahead and save your questions for the end. I'm going to do a live presentation of this. Let me go ahead and get a cup here and we will see. So I'm going to fill this cup up with water. Can you make sure that's still recording? Is it still recording?
Yeah, it's still recording.
Okay, I'm going to fill this cup up with water and I'm going to put 2 pieces of my Bil-Jac brand in here, and we're going to see if it's soggy after the end of the presentation. So we're going to skip that last video and we're going to do a live one. Alright, so I'm going to put a little bit in there and we're going to save that till after I'm done with the meal prep, so I can actually physically show you guys. Let's go ahead. Just like I was saying, you got to make sure that the bowl is as clean as possible. I always want to make sure you would want to eat the plate that you serve your dog. So what I'm going to do is, I don't believe in microwaving food that much. So I'm actually going to put hot water in the bowl and I'm going to give it a natural heat when I put in the wet food, okay? I'm going to let that run. Gonna try to talk over the water a little bit, but I wanted to go over the wet food. It's a Bil-Jac brand wet food that I give my dog. It has chicken and vegetables. They also have another brand that has turkey. You can read the nutritional label. It has a lot of crude protein. It's one of the main ingredients in here. Also a lot of moisture, which helps for the digestive system as well. We're gonna let that water heat up for a little bit, maybe 15 more seconds. And what I do is, I mean, everybody has their own preference. I just get a fork or a spoon and I use the back end of it because nobody eats that end. And that's what I'm going to use to mix it around the bowl here. So that's pretty much enough. Just want to give it a warm feeling because I leave this, actually leave this in the fridge so I can preserve the wet food. So it's a little cold, and who wants to eat cold food every day? So I kind of just mix it around. I don't know if you can see it in there. I'm just mixing around the bowl, just making sure it kind of takes up all that heat it got from the water. So now I just have somewhat of a solid base of wet food in there. Next thing I'm gonna do is, I've noticed with this food, dogs eat it up a lot, and I'm trying to watch my dog's weight. So I usually fill up this Bil-Jac container that comes with the package for the dog food. I fill it up about halfway, and I only give her half because she is a small dog. So I just put it in there. I kind of eyeball it, see if that's good enough. Never want to overfeed or underfeed, so make sure it's about a good portion in there. It's not nearly as close. I don't want to drop this on my computer again, so I can barely show you. But
I see it.
yeah, so you just want to about halfway. Just kind of mix it up here. Make sure the wet food kind of blends in with the dog food until we get a nice moisture. As you can see here, this is real chicken. It's just manufactured for dogs, so it's not any of the salts or anything that we intake, so it's really good. Also, they have peas in there. I didn't actually get a pea, but I will, just to kind of show you guys that it does come with real peas for dogs, and that's amazing to get your dog, you know, a few vegetables or whatever the case may be in their meal every day. So just mix it around. It's not soggy, it's just moisturized. It's like a good moisture from the water that I put in it. I kind of leave a little bit in there, then I put the wet food in it, and then to top it off, I go ahead and put these on top. These are greenies. These are for veterinarians. They recommend these, and it's just to help your dog's gums and their breath. So I usually put one on top before they eat and after, so they don't have bad breath. So they usually look like toothbrushes. If y'all can see, they're just green. Dogs really love these. My dog could eat a whole bag in one day. She's a small dog, so I just rip it out and kind of give it to her in portions. So I put that on top. You can use water from the faucet. Sometimes I just give my dog normal water. It doesn't really matter. Just clears my conscience a little bit. Put it in there. I guarantee my dog will have this eaten up by about 5 minutes. Hopefully before the presentation is over, but that's pretty much how it looks from day to day. I'm gonna go sit this down and we'll see what she does with it. She's gonna follow me to the dog food. Yeah, so we'll leave that there. Hopefully by the time I'm done with the presentation, I can show you the bowl, and that'll kind of clear up the 2-bowl challenge, and then we did a live water test. So let's go ahead and proceed. All right, so just to wrap things up, always ask why. Observe your dog food, or observe your dog for a while, and your dog's dog food. Also ask yourself, are you willing to invest in your dog's health? That's an important question. With my dog's current eating habits, it could be anywhere from about $50 to $60 a month, and that's a small dog. So for a bigger dog, it could be anywhere from $75 to $100, I estimate. So I mean, it's all up to you. How important is your dog's health? How long do you want your dog to live? What state do you want your dog to be in when they're older? All right, so for a practice activity, want you guys to go ahead and research a premium dog food. If you would like, you can do this practice activity. Research a premium dog food, perform the water test and the 2-bowl test with your dog. Record your results and post them on YouTube or Facebook. Just try to spread the word. A lot of people don't even know about Bil-Jac. I got put onto it when I went to PetSmart, and there was an older gentleman there, and he had pictures of his dog without Bil-Jac, and when his dog started taking Bil-Jac, his dog's gained weight, my dog has gained weight. They had a live water test, so it's actually cool that I actually get to do one with you guys. So just go ahead and go to PetSmart, go to these specific, dog or animal shops and see what they have to offer, see what exclusive brands they have. Okay, so question time. While my dog's eating that and we wait a little bit longer for the water test, does anybody have any questions?
I mean, you want to go first or?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just gonna ask, how does Bil-Jac compare in price compared to the other brands?
Well, for the small breed, it's about $20 a bag. I don't know if you could see it, but it's a fairly big bag. Yeah, it's a nice looking bag. It's probably like a month's supply, to be honest with you. So anywhere from 20. I actually don't know the price for the adult dogs, but I assume that it is the same price. So you're looking at $20 a month there. For the chunky stew, wet food, it is about $1.99. So it is a little bit pricey if you want to feed your dog wet food every day. I may spend $10 a week on this. So yeah, just like I said, about $40 to $50 a month for me. For a bigger dog, it could be anywhere from 75 to 100.
Is one better than the other, like wet food versus dry food?
Well, you want to go ahead and compare them. You don't want to just give your dog wet food only. You would go ahead and give them both. It's just for digestive reasons. For my cat, for instance, if my cat doesn't have wet food, he will, have hairballs and he'll get sick, he'll throw up. So I just think it helps animals' digestive system as a whole if they have some type of moisture when they eat. As you can see, you can hear my cat meow and he's ready to eat too with this method I have. So yeah, it's just good to always combine them.
So
Gotcha.
For a dog like his size, how long would that take him to finish the bag you just showed us?
It's about a month.
About a month?
It's about a month. And I have my dog on an eating diet right now because she gained a lot of weight when we started Bil-Jac. So I'm kind of trying to slim her down at this time. So I mean, if you have a dog that's having eating issues, it could maybe be 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Yeah. Hold on. Any other questions?
Earlier in the presentation, I think you named one of the nutrition that you want to check for. Can you name that nutrition or any other nutrition that you would want to look for, like on the back of your dog food? Like what are some of the things that are no-nos?
Yeah. So the first thing you want to make sure is that it's real chicken or it's real whatever that your dog prefers. That would be the biggest thing I would say, because it doesn't matter how much protein or how much crude fat is in it. If it's not real organic food, then it's going to be bad. So that would be the first thing I would look at. Every dog is different. As long as it's real chicken or if it's real turkey or whatever your dog prefers, that is the major thing. The protein and all that stuff is just a plus, but you want to make sure that your dog is eating real food. They weren't built to eat kibbles and bits or this generic processed food. Make sure it's a real chicken, real turkey, real etc.
And when you said real, like, does GMO count as well? Like, is it GMO or non-GMO when it comes to Bil-Jac?
It's definitely non-GMO. It's
GMO.
real chicken from a farm, like no steroids or anything like that. And
it says on the box whenever you check it?
Yeah, okay. It does. It does. So, and you can see in this water test how it doesn't stay solid, if you can see. Yeah, go ahead and look inside that. I'm going to go ahead and show him the water test. So you got to think of this water test like your stomach when it's digested. I don't know if you can see this in me, but it's completely, depressed. It basically got digested by water, so it's easy to be digested. If you put any other type of brand in here, it will stay solid for a long time, which is bad for your dog, and that's bad. And that's the reason why they could have constipation issues or whatever the case may be, because it's not digesting right. The water test for the Bil-Jac is just to show you how easy it is to break down, to kind of mirror how it would be in a dog's stomach.
And the stomach got more acid, so
yeah.
If water can break it down.
If water can break it down, it should be easy. And just like I said earlier, you have to pay attention to their feces. My dog's feces is always really solid, which is good. It means they're healthy. Let's go ahead and check her bowl. Make sure.
She finished it, man.
Yeah, she's eating the cat food.
Cool.
Yep, so I guess it worked. I'll show Mia first. There's nothing left in this bowl. Let me pour the water out so I can kind of show you better. There's nothing left in here. She attacked it.
Oh wow.
Yeah, she ate that in literally 3 or 4
I was
minutes.
watching the whole time.
Yeah, there's nothing in there. She cleaned it. So
Crazy.
there we go, guys. Go ahead and try it. Try it for yourself. You guys have any more questions?
Oh, that was it.
Bil-Jac, man.
Bil-Jac. Okay.
Write it down.
Cool. All right. Thank you, guys.